Hi Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising. Welcome to your October reading. Let's see what's going on for the month ahead for you. Make sure to check your Sun, Moon and Rising signs. That way you get the complete picture of what's going on for you. And also check the astrology as well to see what's going on with the planets in the sky, how they are relating to one another, and how that is going to impact your life as well. Because that way you know what energies are already available to you and you can flow with them much easier. That way you feel more harmony in life. So that could be beneficial. The link for that will be in the description box in the comment below. Okay, let's see. We have move beyond intention to belief. And I love the key here. Then we have rise, very Phoenix energy, Scorpionic vibe. We have a Scorpio partial solar eclipse at the end of October on the 25th or the 26th. So yeah, that is going to have its own impacts, and I will be making zodiac videos for that as well. So make sure to check that out. But there are also some astrological influences happening around that time. So it's quite a hectic, chaotic, not chaotic, but it's quite full of activity around the last 10 days of October. So once again, I would urge you to check the astrology to better understand the specifics, because I really can't remember all of them from the top of my mind. Okay, then we have celebrate your wins. This is my Six of Wands energy. And we also have shift the way to new potential. I think Aries had gotten this as well. Not surprising, because Mars, the ruler of Aries, is in your zodiac in Gemini. So you're really feeling that Aryan vibe of let's go do things, let's accomplish things, let's shift mindsets, let's work on communication. Some of you might be working on learning new languages or collaborating with new types of people, new teamwork, new neighborhoods or localities, new communities that you're really resonating with that could be taking place, or you're more driven towards finding such like-minded people and so on. So over here is once again we see that rebirth energy, and what you're birthing yourself into is one of success and accomplishment. You can recognize the work that you have put into something showing up and flourishing. You can see that other people are as well giving you compliments, or they are really commenting on the accomplishments you have made, the progress you have made as well. Yeah, and that's just boosting your confidence to achieve your greater goals. Okay, so you're making this conscious shift where once it was sort of, oh, I wish I could have that life, or that sort of reality, or I wish I could feel this way about myself and my financial situation, etc., etc. Now it is sort of like, this is what I deserve. I know that I'm worth this, and I'm going to just fuel my energy in that direction. There is more clarity of what you want, and you're really believing in the thoughts that you have, instead of, them just coming to your mind and just drifting off. So let's see your tarot cards and see what else we get for you. So Gemini, October. Yeah, the first word I got was contemplation from this card. It's the Four of Swords. And it's the card of rejuvenation and healing, taking time off, prioritizing your self-care, taking a vacation, or working on improving your sleep. Three of Cups, spending time with friends, with chosen families, could be siblings as well, but also friends who are like family. There's also about circumstances working in your favor, like you're at the right place at for the right opportunity at the right time. Okay, and you find helpful people throughout the month. There's also, you're getting very sincere compliments. It's not just, hey, your hair is nice. Although if you put, work in that, then perhaps you hear about that too. But it's not only restricted to things that are temporary. It's more about how you think, how you perceive the world, the way you make use of opportunities, the talents you have, things like that, okay? Which are more true to the core part of you. Okay, then we have Four of Wands. This is about having a reason to celebrate, getting together with friends. Once again, we talked about that community thing with the Martian energy going on, so that is further being emphasized. It could be that some of you are buying a house, so that's the key here. You're getting a new key, either renting a house which would be more affordable for you, or you just resonate more with that space, or it is buying a new house and you're really happy with the place you're in. The community that are around you, that is more resonant with you as well, and there is really scope for making new friends. But with the Four of Swords here, I don't think that you're going out with the intention of making best friends or anything, but you're coming across people who are very like-minded. Four of Wands is also the accomplishment of certain goals, and you're celebrating the achievement of those goals, and you're having more faith and belief in yourself that you can do what you want. Right after the Four of Wands comes the Five of Wands, which is when we take on too many things on our plate, and then because we're confident that we can do it, but since we're still in the beginning stages, we still have to streamline the processes. But right after that, we get the Six of Wands, which is when we figure out how exactly we're going to split our energy and resources and use them wisely. So I really, really love that we have the Four of Swords here, which means you're not taking any steps drastically. On the very end of October, I think 30th of October, Mars is going to go retrograde. So energy in the skies are already going to slow down. Throughout the month of October, I think the shadow period has already begun, but in October it's just going to become even slower, and you're contemplating. It does not mean that there is no movement forward. There is, but there's more emphasis on what needs to be redone or what action should be taken instead of what we want to take necessarily. It's about doing the pre-work, setting the foundations before we throttle ourselves forward, right? So I really like the Four of Swords, which means you're contemplating your actions before taking any steps. Love that. And then we have the Magician here, which is, see, your skills are being appreciated, your talents, the way you speak, the way you think, the way you express yourself, the way you use the resources at your disposal to make magic happen. It's the Mercury card, and that's your ruler, so your mind is your greatest asset. On the 2nd of October, Mercury will come back to direct, and the shadow period will last for like 2 weeks, I think. I don't remember the exact date, but regardless, after it turns direct, you feel more sorted. Your logic and reasoning, all of that is very much on point, and you can move forward with your plans, basically. Okay, so let's see some more cards. What else can we get? With the Magician, also there is a manifestation of something. You just bring something to being. So if you've been working on manifesting while you sleep, for example, using subliminals or binaural beats or whatever you choose, meditation, or even doing rituals and spells, whichever, speaks to you the best. It doesn't matter what the method is. It's using your resources to make something happen, and it's more about that intention and the focused intention of it. And then after you place that intention, you're like, yep, I've done everything that I needed to do in order to have my success. So it's inevitable and a matter of time that what I'm asking for is going to come to me, right? So I'm just going to sit here and relax. And that's what's happening, okay? Moving beyond intention to belief is just bringing you celebration and a shift into your desired reality, which is full of new potential and new things that you can learn from the phase. Yeah, we have new moon begin, talking about new potential. New moons are all about that. And specifically for you guys, perhaps the new moon in October is going to be a noteworthy time. So check the date and see when that is and what zodiac it is. That way you can plant your new intentions for the coming month or for down the line. It is up to you. Just a second. Let me check something. Yes. Okay, so I was checking if the solar eclipse is new moon or the full moon. I get confused about that. But it is the new moon. So Scorpio eclipse is going to have a pivotal impact for you. That would be in your 6th house if we are going by the rising sign. But even if you are sun or moon, it still has that impact that your work life, your lifestyle, your routines are being changed. Perhaps you're adding a different diet, or you're seeing what you can make with limited resources, Also, it can be fixing your lifestyle, right? Spending more time with friends to rejuvenate and really making sleep a part of your schedule, or meditation a part of your schedule. That way you're being more efficient with the time that you have. You're observing everything, all the resources around you more clearly, and you're seeing their potential in a more obvious manner. So that Scorpio is going to be super important for you, okay? Okay. Let's see, what else do we get for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising? And this celebration in the work sector, especially, you might get some type of raise because we have rise here, or there could be an increase in responsibilities. But it is something that you really enjoy, so it's your cup of tea. This is something you've wanted. Yeah, we have dark energy, which is also about plenty of potential. It's the new moon time is very dark, right? It's fully dark. There's no moonlight visible at night, and the dark energy is kind of symbolizing that again. Okay, then we have stratopause, which is about being in a transition state between 1 and 2 states. Shift the way to new potential, so you're still in between. So everything might not be absolutely clear in October yet, and that's not surprising because eclipses generally play out into their full effect within 6 months of the eclipse. Okay, so until that point there are certain changes that are happening. You don't really know where it's going yet, but you're just gonna have to trust it because it has already begun. But either way, it is going to take you to a place of destined goodness, because yeah, you're feeling really more like yourself and more rested. You're opening up to a higher version of the Gemini energy. Some of you could be getting downloads as well with the Magician and the Four of Swords and all this dark energy, especially if you meditate or make a part of your life in this month. You'll get some not epiphanies really, but realizations. And I'm feeling like you're laying down some burdens. Meditation can have a cathartic experience, and I'm getting chills here. Whole body, by the way. So that could resonate for some of you here. Yeah. Okay, now transitioning from one place to another is just raising your vibe, which I was talking about earlier. Then we have black hole, which is the removal of things that are not working in your favor. Even the Four of Swords is in a place of surrender. So it's just guarding itself, and it's like, okay, I'm just gonna trust that I'm safe and secure over here. Like, you know, being really cozy in your bed, you feel safe, right? You're in your space, in your zone. And you let the outside kind of melt away. So over here with the black hole as well, it feels like you are surrounded by the things that are necessary for you and are meant for your best interest, rather than unnecessary people or circumstances which are more distracting. Again, that cathartic energy is coming through. Oh wow, we have the parallel universe. I don't get this card often at all for YouTube reading so far, but it really is about stepping into a new reality. Dream your reality. It's like anything is possible. So what do you want to make possible? It's sort of that energy here. And with the eclipse energies, they always give us a fresh new slate, okay? Like, do you want this to happen? If so, we're gonna make it happen. They're going to be fateful changes that change your trajectory, that change the way that you perceive the world. Your reality is shifting. That's the best way to put it. Parallel universe, there's not much else that would concisely put it, right? Great, so we got plenty. Let's see. We have broken ring, parting of the ways in either romance or business. Yeah, that's true. Like, you're sticking to the people who are closest to you. You're really recognizing who is your tribe and who's not. And you've no problem saying bye-bye to the rest. You're like, nope, I need only good people who are going to surround me with good vibe. And that could be that shift in reality as well, especially if you're really social and you get along with everybody. Then it can be that even the negative vibes are impacting your state of being and impact your sense of reality as well. So here you're being very discerning, and you're like, no, I don't want that to be a part of my mind. I don't feel any judgment or anything. It's just it happens, you know, people outgrow people. It just so happens. So this could be one of those things. Also, it can be that you want to take a break from what you do right now. Your workplace, for example. And you're like, okay, I know that people are praising me and whatever, but and that's nice because I have this boost of confidence, but I believe that I can do something even more by myself, because the magician is taking matters into their own hands, and that would be a new beginning, a shift to a whole new potential, right? So you could be leaving a situation. Okay, then we have May. So that would be the 7th month from October, but since the eclipse is at the very end, 11, 12, that would be 6 months. Because we do have a lunar eclipse in November as well. So within 2 weeks of the previous eclipse, so that is going to be kind of a carryover. So by May, we should all be seeing, the results of it, the final results of it. For you, that is really being emphasized. Yeah. That's an important month. You might be kind of planning how you want to move, because we have the quiet energy, and the magician is a strategist as well. He's a master planner. He's like, okay, what can be done? Finding the right people, finding the right spaces, things like that. You could be perhaps renting an office space and you're finding employees. But before you do all of that, you're thinking about it and you're planning, you're making communication, all of that, the pre-work that needs to be done. So by May, you're able to do something, you are able to show for the work that you have done in the 7 months or the 6 months. Then we have a journey, either physical or mental. We have scissors, disappointment in some affair. Actually, I'm not sensing this, but when I saw scissors, I'm like, oh, you're cutting things off. That's sort of like the broken ring. Things that don't work, they need to be cut off, okay? Everything, like, it's, yeah. Like when we grow up, we're not like, okay, I wish I was still stuck in a baby's body, right? And that's not the natural thought. And it's just a point of evolution that we're going to move on from certain situations as we learn and grow. So I don't feel it as a disappointment, but it looks like a necessary reduction of people or spaces or vibes. You're cutting your cords with an old situation because you're simply done with that. Okay, that's what this is saying. Stratopause as well. I'm just done. There is no doubt here. When you're in the middle space, you're not thinking, oh, I want to go back. But you're like, I don't know how to properly establish myself in the new reality yet. That's why you're in the middle stages. Not because you're ambivalent about, whether you want to go ahead or go back. Then we have career. Yeah, see the 6th house. 6th house is coming up, and that is going to have an impact on your 10th house as well, which is also about career and reputation. I recently made a video for career in the coming 3 months. Perhaps that will also give you more localized hints of what's to come, so maybe check that out as well. But yeah, leaving behind a career, that could be possible too, and you're moving towards something else. It could be that you're traveling somewhere else with a carriage, you want to establish yourself in a new location, or you've found new contacts and you more resonate with that team. So you're thinking of transitioning from one company to another or one team to another. And we have camel, persevere and you will overcome problems. Yeah, definitely. And with the magician there, you're taking matters into your own hands, so I don't think perseverance is a problem. But it's a nice reminder and an encouragement as well that as long as you do your part and you keep on doing, you will see the results. So don't worry about that. Okay, we have determination and creative achievement. Yeah, definitely you're achieving something here and you're getting praised for that. You're feeling creative, even the magician is quite creative. You're unlocking your personal authority, your creative problem-solving skills are upping themselves. Determination, once again, emphasizes the perseverance with the camel. And we have rainbows and messages. When it rains, look for rainbows, and when it's dark, look for stars. That's a really nice quote, I think. Oh, and by Maya Angelou, we have, you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Yeah, exactly. So you're not going to run out of ideas anytime soon, okay? So you're just going, if you're already working on something, then don't worry about running out of fuel, because this is something inspiring and this is something natural, I feel. It's the natural shedding of things for regeneration and rebirth and for further flourishing. So No problem. And you might get a lot of signs and synchronicities. It especially happens when there are big drastic changes that are going on in life. Around like massive changes, you might see 555 or 1010, which talks about personal development and growth, shedding of a cycle and beginning a new one. And we have 4 and 4 in your reading right here. So that talks about stability, career, security, home, family. Those topics can also come up, or those topics are supporting you in your movement forward. Let's get you... Actually, I'll get you guidance in a moment. Let's do your astro dice for Gemini. Cancer, 5th house and Venus. So there is a lot of love, connecting with family. I hear sisters or aunts, cousins, the feminine members within your family, feminine relatives. They are going to be around you. Perhaps you're reconnecting with them, or you feel at home with them. You might be asking them for advice. With the 5th house here, that talks about creativity again. It's also returning to a place of fun. You're prioritizing fun, relaxation, enjoyment, and creative pursuits. Venus as well is highly creative. Anything in the fashion industry, beauty industry, all of those things, or home decoration as well could be something you resonate with and you want to look into that, but those are just some specific messages and might not resonate with everyone here. You are feeling more self-love, you're taking care of yourself, and that makes you feel more secure. Okay? We have a corkscrew. Actually, all the tools in one thing. And we have a feather. And we have a car here. So traveling somewhere, the journey we saw with the carriage, that could be resonating here. Perhaps you're traveling to meet old friends or reconnect with family members. This toolkit here is just talking about the magician energy, where one person has so many skills at their disposal that you can use any one thing as per the use case. Yeah, you can function as many different ways, because the magician can also be a manager, for example. Yeah, okay. And this feather here, this is giving me the synchronicity energy again. You might see feathers along your path. Some quirky feathers, some of you might collect feathers. But this also is giving me an ink pen quill type of vibe. Like you might be writing something, or you're conveying messages to someone. You might be hearing messages from someone. 3 of Cups could be kind of destined connections coming about. And with the magician there are some emails and texting, things like that. And that helps you kind of move from one place to another. Okay, now let's get you some guidance for Gemini, please. Okay, so we have the duck. Find balance and comfort in simple ways. You support all around you. Yes, I mean, we saw that quite abundantly, and it's really nice that it's being emphasized again. Let's get... Oh, that's way too many. What's up with you guys? There's like a scattering of cards and everything. There's a lot going on, I guess, but that's why I think you are making it a priority. Or it is signifying a reshuffling of things, which explains the new reality you are going to experience. What do we have? King of Cups. Yeah, that emotional and spiritual growth and stability. And the Empress. This is a Venusian card as well, and really good for artistic pursuits. It's excellent for connecting with mother figures and empathetic authority figures. This could be also indicating some boss figures that come about who become sort of like mentors and have a very good experience with them. This King of Cups as well is very empathetic and compassionate, so your emotional well-being and maturity is coming up to the forefront, and you're feeling very secure in yourself and your self-expression as well. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Gemini. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the reading resonated and helps you out for the month ahead. Make sure to check all the other recommendations that I already made if you want. But I really hope to see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye.